So good morning, everyone, and welcome to just a bit of an update. I want to kind of give everyone enough time to put things into their diaries for the coming year. It's going to be the biggest year to date for us. It's going to be probably twice as many things as we were doing last year for this year. So we're super excited. We want everyone to leaning in. It's something that I'll talk about, quite a bit throughout the presentation. But before we go further, I think I will just kick off with an acknowledgement of the country.
In the spirit of reconciliation, the IMAA acknowledges the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connection to land, sea and community. We pay our respect to their elders, both past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today. Under the guidance of Reconciliation Australia, we have developed a reconciliation action plan founded on 3 core pillars: education, influencing positive change, and taking tangible action through our involvement with the IMAA program and other sponsored projects. The IMAA is committed to creating a safer place for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples both within our network and more broadly within the Australian media landscape. Reconciliation is a journey, and we are on that journey together.
And some of those images, guys, we saw there is from the King's Narrative Tour that we're going to talk about shortly within this presentation. So thank you, guys. Thank you for all of your energy and commitment and kick and leaning into the IMAA. It's really appreciated. We're just going to introduce the 2024 board and leadership team, some of the new initiatives we've got coming up and next steps. It's going to be short, sharp and punchy. Any questions, just reach out to me or the rest of the team afterwards. But obviously, as we notified everyone that Tiana has had twins in the back end of December. So it's the dream team now. Really, really excited for a big year ahead of that. We've got a new board. So Jack Alley's still chair, Steve Fagan is treasurer, Angela Smith, and Phil McDonald and the amazing Will Roberts coming in from Melbourne, and also Phil's from Brisbane. And then we've got a new leadership team. So Ez from WA, Jenna Lambert from Victoria, Jessica Bray, Mike Wilson and Michael Peterson from Brisbane. So a really, really rich and mixed group of leaders and also board. And thank you for donating your time to make our industry a better place, guys, from the bottom of our hearts. Our partners, we've got 45 partners that keep our lights running. It allows us to do amazing things for you guys, but also keeps your membership fees so low. If you might be aware, the MFAs might be significantly more expensive, but this is the way that we keep funded and also do good things for the industry. So we're really happy with them. And if you see they knock on your door, give them the time of day. They're good people. But what we want from you guys is just commitment, and because we keep our rates so low, we want you guys to lean in where possible. So whenever there's a survey, please do it. I know I annoy people a lot. Whenever there's an opportunity to come to an event, please come to it. That's what makes the IMAA and the Independent so great at the moment, and even to the point where I was talking to Danny Long this morning from Media Week, and they're just about to do, like, she was just kind of dawned upon her, and it's been happening for years, but how dramatic the market has moved from being in the last 4 years to being all in favor of the indies. So there's going to be big stories about that this year. But these are the ways that we keep funded. So please lean in where possible, and also, the more you lean, the more you get out of it. The more you talk to us, the more that we can help and grow the sector. So just want to enforce that. Our focus is for this year, it's value. So reducing the running cost of your businesses. We've got and more events as well. So that is events in WA for the first time, Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney. Diversity and inclusion, so the Female Leaders of Tomorrow program phase 2 is going to happen at the back end of this year. We're really, really excited and empowered to see all of the leaders to go through this year, the emerging female leaders this year and last year, and the feedback we've had is nothing short of absolutely positive. Reconciliation, We are in phase 2 of the innovative wrap. I've got to do a shout out to Beck Colson, who's been spearheading that from our side and doing an amazing job. I mean, you look at organisations that are 100 times the size of us and they struggle to do it. As a team of 3 people, and Beck steering that project has done an amazing job. And then we're going to do an immersion trip. Now, a lot of you might have seen we did a trip out to NT last year, which is actually a life-changing experience. We're going to do that again this year, so we're open to submissions. I'll talk about that shortly. Sustainability. A lot of what we do is underpinned by making our industry a better place, and we want to lead the way within the industry of making sure that indies are cleaner and more sustainable. And some of those initiatives are Clean Up Australia Day, which we've got coming up in March. I would love to do it in the east coast of Australia. We're going to get everyone together and do that. We're just working out the finer details of those things. And also a green committee led by Chandra in WA is putting forward some initiatives for 2024. And then finally, tomorrow's leaders. This talks about the IMAA Academy. The IMAA Academy, and I'll bang on about it again, but it is the number one thing that we got asked to do is about training and education, and we've spent a significant amount of money building what we believe the industry's best training for the next generation of people coming through to our industry. We've got publishing and news coming up in New South Wales. If successful, we'll roll that out in other states. And then we've got the launch of Digital 101, and that will complete our 8 units. And that gives a fully end-to-end solution of training, plus our 21 other projects on training projects that you can tap into as well for your staff. Okay, going into the Academy. Again, it's the cheapest training you'll ever commit to your staff, and it's got, I think it's 29 different courses in total, 8 media courses, and then courses such as how to present, how to have phone conversations, and also business courses as well about, how to have tough conversations and all those kinds of courses you might need. Again, end-to-end training solution, cheapest, and then plus it's also 10-to-1 business points for Qantas as well when you buy the packages. So it almost washes its own face. It's a no-brainer, and we really want to move this into the second gear this year. So if you haven't signed up for it, please do so. It's a really, really good bit of training. It's done by 69 different industry leaders that have you guys that have lent in and kind of given the IP, plus the industry body. So it's all online. It's all done with podcast and videos and also interactive learning. So we're really, really pleased with the way it looks. And the final 2 modules that are come. Okay, now moving forward, we've got a bunch of different things I'm going to go through to in detail. And if anyone wants a full list of the calendar, we can send this out to you as well. So month by month, this is what's happening. We have got a movie night for Brisbane. It is on Thursday the 1st of a couple of days. We've got 10 more seats available for Brisbane agencies, and they're possibly a date or take a client along. It's going to be in a premium cinema, beverages, popcorn, drinks, first in, best dressed, and it is. The movie is supposed to be absolutely spectacular as well. So if you're in Brisbane, I'm going to fly out for this event. I'd love to see you all there. MP, I'd love to see you there. It's going to be a great evening. Publishing and news. This event we've built out with the wonderful people at Publishing and News. We are really, really excited about bringing one of our courses to life. So if you have staff, you don't have to be enlisted into the academy. Come along and check out what we do. Everyone there is going to get a magnificently very expensive bottle of champagne, new headshot done for LinkedIn, and training, face-to-face training for a half day. It is a major investment from both the industry bodies and ourselves to bring this to life. We've got a couple of spots left, and we want this to be as big as possible. So it's on the 8th of February, 2 days after my birthday, and we want everyone to attend. So we're really, really excited about this event. Just reach out to the team and we'll book you in the spot. It's going to be held in Surrey Hills, convenient location next to the station. half-day event, and it's education and a whole bunch of other things that you get, and a certificate walk away at the end of the day. So I'm really excited about that. The conference. Oh my goodness gracious me, guys! I'm about to bounce out of my seat with excitement of this one. So for the first time, we have got the big conference happening in Melbourne this year. So all our Melbourne agencies, we've heard you, and we're coming down, and the big conference is with you guys this year. So it's going to be in Hoyts, Melbourne Central, 8:30 in the morning on the 20th of February. There's going to be panels, guest speakers. There's going to be our local agency leaders are going to be leading a lot of these sections. We've got our IMAA content committee that's made up by a lot of you guys who have kind of told us what you want to hear from. So we've gone, really, and started planning this about 8 months ago, Beck Coulson, where we went looking outside of our, immediate circle of other associations and started getting and listening to what you guys want to hear about, whether it's AI, whether it's about, what CMOs want to hear about. So we're really, really excited with the content. We expect every single IMAA member and their staff to be there at this event. It's going to be an absolute cracker. We've got the whole of the cinema booked out, and it's going to be the best content, and it's all for free, put on for you guys. And then afterwards, we've got an amazing after party as well, which we're just walking through, a networking session as well, which we're working through the finer details as well. But if you haven't got your tickets, secure them through Nikki. It's going to be an absolute amazing event. Some of the big names that we've got talking is we've got a keynote speaker from Seven. I think it's going to be a major AFL player. That's going to set the mindset and set us up for the next year. Companies who helped us on the AI guiding principles document. He's the thought leader in AI in Australia. He's going to be talking about AI and agencies. CMO panel, the amazing Viv Ryan is going to be working on that panel and interviewing some amazing CMOs and finding out exactly what they want to hear from our agencies. We've got industry updates, so everyone will walk away around what you need to know as an agency for 2024. So each one of them got a power session to go, right, the OMA, we're going to talk about this, and this. So that's really exciting. We're going to have an intermission session, the first time an intermission session, so a little bit of snacks and nibbles and everyone can go to the toilet. Julia V, she's going to be talking about pitching and the profitabilities of it. Well, we've got a whole bunch of other speakers, James Zeppier, David Fish, who by everyone who's seen him speak is absolutely amazing. Chris Savage is going to be talking about brand and personal brand and brand of agencies. Really, really interesting perspective. One of the most experienced people in the industry. He's the guy that also MCs the agency symposium. And then we're going to have a pitch off. We're just working through the final details of this, but we will be talking and it'll be a bit of fun and games in the great way that the in Melbourne does the Media Hall of Fame. This is going to be a fun and witty session where each one of the channels talks about why they should be selected as a channel, and then closing address, and then that's it, and then we're off to the after party. So we're really, really excited about that. International Women's Day. Oh, we have got and working on the finer details of, and at this stage, it's been penciled in for Sydney and for will the conference be streamed? Beck, I don't think it'll be streamed. Will it be recorded? So it'll be recorded, and we'll share that afterwards. But the content is going to be amazing. But if you are planning a year out, plan your Melbourne trip down when this happens, because it's going to be well worth your trip. International Women's Day, the 8th of March. So we are working on. You'll receive an invitation, hopefully in the next week or so. We're working on 2 events in Melbourne and for Sydney. We're really, really excited about what this is going to look like. There's limited spots this year, so we're not doing the big Opera House one. We're doing 2 slightly smaller events in Sydney and Melbourne. And watch this space for the spot, but something is going to happen for it. Clean Up Australia Day. This was a great initiative around Australia. We had 36 agencies and 8 partners around Australia cleaning up, and a great way for staff and for everyone to get involved and actually get tangible ways of actually, cleaning up Australia and also doing something for the environment. So we're working on the finer points of this, but this is the 12th of March. So watch this space for this event, and we're just working on partners who's going to work with this. It's going to be at zero cost, and it's going to be a couple hours of cleaning and maybe a lunch or a breakfast afterwards. With that, a great way to really get involved with sustainability. If there's an appetite, reach out to Nikki for that one. We're off to WA for the Principal and Partner Night in WA, so we're working on the final point of the location out there. This should be really, really a really good night. We're very, very excited about spending more time in WA. So WA just is, I think they're all asleep at the moment. Poor timing for us, but maybe they'll watch it on the record. But we'll be over there on the 21st of March. And there's 5 tickets per agency, and this is an event we're putting on for everyone. So just reach out to Nikki if there's an appetite for that. Right, we've been painstakingly creating courses over the past 8 months, and Digital 101 is our final course we're in this iteration that we're doing. We're really excited to launch this in April, and we're going to be having an event for it. We're really excited about what that's going to look like. In May, we're going out to Central Australia with the King's Narrative. As you guys are so aware, I'm sure, King's Narrative is the organisation we support when it comes to First Nations, and we're going to spend time out there to see what it's done. I cannot even begin to tell you how powerful this session was last time we were out there. I know I shed a tear upon reflecting it, and I think most of the other teams, people that there, shed a tear as well. It was a really powerful session, and if we're looking for our next delegation to go out there, so we'll be selecting, or we'll be asking for people who are interested to put their hands up, leaders who are interested, and we'll go out there in May. We will. This is a selection of the group that was there last year. Great way to meet your peers. Great way to understand our Australia. And what you will see is something that that most people will never ever see in their lives. Like, we go out to the land, we sleep under the stars. It is a life-changing experience. This is just some of the look of what the King's Narrative do and what you will experience.
Living in Aboriginal communities presents challenges that most Australians will never have to experience. The essential services you take for granted, such as health and well-being, disability, education, housing, food security, and employment opportunities, are not always afforded to Aboriginal communities. Aboriginal people are the most disadvantaged people in this country, and the gap is not closing. We experience ongoing intergenerational trauma, which leads to higher rates of suicide, deaths from preventable diseases, lower life expectancy, displacement, and significant loss of culture. Our sons are statistically more likely to end up in prison than at university.
IMAA is honoured to have partnered up with IMAA to make a difference in Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people's lives. We believe our community project with King's Narrative is the first step in the right direction.
The main purpose of King's Narrative is having a space for our men to heal. Our men need to take their place back in their families and on their country, as we play a vital role in the health of our families. When men begin to heal, this healing will flow onto our communities.
Our hope is that as an independent media agency, you will embark with us, IMAA and King's Narrative, on a journey of reconciliation.
Together, we can create our stories of hope, of pride, of culture, and a story of healing. Tomorrow is up to us.
So guys, if there's one thing that you're going to do for yourself this year, going to do for your soul, or do for yourself to understand what it's like to be an Australian, I would recommend this is it. It's going to cost about $4,000, I think, per person. If it was AT&T or a travel company, it would probably be $40,000. It's all it costs, and we just fly into Uluru. We're going to have dine under the lights at Uluru, maybe have a drone show there as well. A workshop with the traditional owners. Travel from Alice Springs to Black Tank with the King's Narrative up the highway. We're going to spend a workshop at the King's Narrative, make some bush medicine, mainly just listen and understand whilst we're up there. See the land, see the country, spend a night under the stars and camp and sit by the fire. Listen to Tyson and his views. Take a trip with the tour of the local area, and then fly home on the Saturday the 11th. Again, it's a once in a lifetime experience. Indie census. So we've got our indie census coming up. This is the way we understand what the market wants. It's really important that you guys fill this out for it. So when you see it come through, please fill out. We're going to give out 5 $100 vouchers randomly for the winners. This is in May 11th to May 22nd, and it's for everyone. We're working on a IMAA Golf Cup. This is still in the proposal stages, but if you're interested in golf, we're working on what this looks like. It could have a few different formats, but it just depends on what the appetite is. So please, if any of your agencies are interested, please let us know, just so we can work out the numbers for this. All the money goes to charity. Sweeney's have also been driving this as well, so we're really excited about what this looks like. So watch out for more information, but if there is an appetite for it, let us know so we can bring this to life. Cans in cans. Oh, Schoolies Week for media. So there's a half price tickets for all members. Just use that code. And we're going to have a bunch of special events for all our members when we're up there. Our opening night dinner last year was one of the funnest dinners I've possibly ever been to. And as you can see, I've seen a few dinners. But it's one of the funnest dinners up there. So the opening night dinner, I think it's on the Monday or the Sunday night. And then we're going to have a bunch of special events throughout there, special exclusive events for our members where we get away from the other outback. But it was a lot of fun, and watch your space. But let us know if you're coming, and also use that discount as well. So we put you on the list for all the special stuff. Pitchcella. So a big thing about this year for us is about putting a spotlight on some of the great minds of indies. Last year, we were talking to the trade press and the industry about why indies were a better selection as an agency. Now we're going to back it up with proof points. So Pitchcella is going to be similar to a Young Lions execution, if familiar with the Young Lions. It's going to be, we're going to be getting teams of some of the younger, greater minds of the industry together to work on a brief. And what we will do with that brief is, it could be a King's Narrative brief, or it could be a charity brief, or it could be a made-up brief. CMOs are going to judge it. They're going to use the media partners' assets, and we're going to bring a campaign from scratch to life and highlight how good our indie young minds are, and have a major prize with it as well. So really, really excited about. In July, we're going to be launching our Female Leaders of Tomorrow program, phase 2. So the first year, which is still finishing up at the moment, has been amazing. And we're really excited to actually bring this out to the next level. So if there's an appetite for that, and if you've got staff, contact myself. And we can start to pencil down some names. We'll have to go through a selection process, but we want to make sure this year, particularly Brisbane agencies, that if we get enough up there, we can execute it up there as well. So let us know if you're interested in that. And then in Queensland, we're coming up for the Principal and Partner Night in July for the Christmas in July evening. It's a wonderful place to wear synthetic fabrics and a skivvy, but it's a great way to lose a couple of kilos by sweating it out. So this is going to happen on the 18th of July. I look forward to seeing everyone at that event, and let Nikki know if you'll be attending. Really excited about these things. The Pulse survey, this is where we celebrate our partners as well. So we get you to vote on kind of like Media Eye, but for the indies. So this just encourages better quality of representation for our sector. It's a subtle way of like rewarding our partners for being good to our indies. So we're really, really excited about this. So please make sure you vote, cast your vote, because it means a lot to the partners. And that'll be followed by a Melbourne Principal and Partner Night in October. Looking forward to that night down in Melbourne. We'll spend a couple of days down there. That's going to happen on the 17th of October. 2 tickets per agency for leaders. Our principal and partner night in Sydney, plus the awards for our partners. There's Tim Elder's looking very pleased with himself there. That's at the end of November. And much, much more. There's a bunch of other things that we're working on behind the scenes, guys, that's going to make this year even bigger than there's going to be additional events. There's going to be a major event similar to Who's Who in the Media Zoo, but we're just not sure what it's going to look like this year. Maybe more of a conference style. We're just working out how we get over the hurdle of the greatest show. But that's going to come at the end of the year. And additional benefits, the Programmatic Summit, we've got discount pretty much for anything, but just let us know if you're upcoming. Programmatic Summit, there's a discount code for that to get 15%. Make sure you utilize the training porthole for our partners. We're refreshing this at the moment and putting more training in there. So if you need your Facebook training, if you need your Mobi training, if you need your video training, all the training in there. It's a one-stop shop. Plus also we house all of our videos from our past webinars and also collateral as well. So have a look at that. It's a quite a long list. It's on our website behind our paywall. Not you have to pay for it, but get the code there. And if you haven't got that code, just reach out to us and we'll give it to you. We've got 44 over group deals. We've got another 6 or so coming down the pipeline. We're working with OzTam as well about a deal with those guys. So watch this space on that. And if there's a deal we haven't got on there, let us know and we'll go out and get it. That's what we're here to do. So just to reduce the running costs of your business. And PR opportunities. Now, the indies, as you guys know, you guys are the darling of the industry at the moment. So there's a bunch of things we're working on as well. One of the things is a breakfast or lunch series, which we'll reach out to everyone about shortly. But that's getting 3 agency leaders together, and we'll all sit around, have a schnitzel, and talk about some of the big issues of the day. And what B&T will take that kind of commentary and build out articles about it. So this is going to be a regular article. Plus, there's going to be other comments. We're going to continue the leadership series and the agency profiles this year. So raising the profile of indies and annoying the shit out of the Holcos is another key thing that's happening this year. In summary, things we need to do, RSVP for events, so there's a bucket load of events. We're trying to make sure that our communication to you guys isn't too full on, so we're not going to bombard you with emails. We want to have a session like this where we just tell you these are the things to watch out for, to plan in your diary. Forthcoming invitations, the NT trip, life-changing if you've got the opportunity to do it. Clean Up Australia Day, great activity for all your staff. We're going to have a central location in all Eastern Seaboard cities. The IMAA Cup, if you like, not if you like golf, it's Ambro, so it doesn't matter, but it's a good activation to do. Let us know about that. Join the LinkedIn members page if you haven't already as a leader. Update your details for our database. So if we update your staff details, so if we're missing anyone, for our insights and innovation webinars, anyone's for our newsletters, let us know to make sure we've got the most updated list. Attend our weekly insights and innovation webinars as well. And we'll look at our YouTube channel. When does the first insights and innovations kick off for this year, Beck?
Next Monday with Audience 360.
Well done. On your toes. Well done. And guys, that's it. That's just a snapshot of what we're doing. It's going to be a massive year. We're super excited to make the industry a better place, to lift everyone up. Rising tide lifts all boats. So thank you. There's going to be little things such as, we did Sydney FC the other night. There's going to be a bunch of things, but these are the things we want to put in your diary to let you know about. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We got in there in half an hour. Thank you so much. Lean in, and I'll talk to everyone soon. See you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, team.